Now in 4 News Now, a person of interest is now in custody for the murder of the United Healthcare CEO. What we know about the 26-year-old and why police believe they have their man.
Get ready for more gray skies and patchy fog, but I'll show you when we can expect to see the snow return in your first alert forecast.
And the number of people moving to North Idaho is expected to explode over the next few years, but some say the roads aren't built to handle all of those drivers. We'll show you the issues one city is already facing coming up. You're watching 4 News Now Special Edition.
And we begin with some breaking news. This is 26-year-old Luigi Mangione. Within the last hour, he's been charged with the murder of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Kirsten O'Connor. The murder happened in front of the Hilton Hotel in Manhattan last Wednesday. Law enforcement managed to track Mangione down to a McDonald's almost 300 miles away in Altoona, Pennsylvania. CNN's Michael Yoshida joins us from Altoona, where police were tipped off about the suspect.
Here at the Altoona, Pennsylvania Police Department, it's been a busy night as we've seen New York police vehicles coming and going from the station. All of this activity following the arrest of the suspect in the deadly shooting of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson in New York City last week. The suspect recognized at a McDonald's here in Pennsylvania and then taken into custody. 26-year-old Luigi Mangione arraigned Monday night near Altoona, Pennsylvania.
That process will continue to play out, and justice will be delivered.
A McDonald's employee in Altoona phoned in a tip to police after seeing a man fitting the gunman's description.
The McDonald's employee did something we ask every American to do. If you see something, say something, but most importantly, do something.
Altoona police officers arrested Mangione on firearms charges. Authorities say he was carrying what's called a ghost gun, an untraceable self-assembled firearm that may have been 3D printed. They also noted that it was capable of firing a 9mm round.
I have no tolerance, nor should anyone, for one man using an illegal ghost gun to murder someone because he thinks his opinion matters most.
Investigators are now working to see if ballistics and DNA evidence from a recovered backpack and other items will link to Mangione. New York's police commissioner says he was carrying a U.S. passport and several fake IDs, one of which they say the suspect used to check into a Manhattan hostel 10 days before the killing.
Additionally, officers recovered a handwritten document that speaks to both his motivation and mindset.
And investigators say they believe Mangione was in Pennsylvania for several days, potentially prior to this arrest. He remains behind bars at this point, held without bail. We're told that New York is working on filing its own charges. At that point, Mangione will be returned to New York. Reporting in Altoona, Pennsylvania, I'm Michael Yoshida.
Well, we need to prepare for another gray day to start the day tomorrow.
Yep, but that will soon change. We're going to send it over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker to find out when the skies could clear.
Well, we do have some changes coming in the forecast, but more in the way of snow and rain. 4 things to know about your weather. Low clouds and fog in the forecast. We're going to stay gray through Wednesday. Then a system comes in bringing some light snow, possibly mixed with rain on Thursday morning, taking us into a weekend of wet weather. Right now, fog across the region is not much of an issue. In Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, visibility 10 miles at the airports. As we head to the west, however, around Moses Lake and then down to the Tri-Cities, things get especially dense, and our forecast for fog backs that up through the night and into tomorrow morning. But that is going to spread a little bit further to the east into parts of Spokane County, particularly from the West Plains up through Deer Park and into parts of Pend Oreille County as well. Meanwhile, your Tuesday planner, freezing fog in the morning, a very familiar forecast, 29 degrees for the morning commute. We're heading up to a high of 32. 35 is our average high. I'll be back to tell you more about that wet weather on the way and how that may impact your weekend in just a few minutes. Kirsten.
We'll see you then, Chris. Well, you just finished watching the Cincinnati Bengals take on the Dallas Cowboys for Monday Night Football here on ABC.
The Cowboys were looking for just their second win at home this season, but they fell short yet again. Sydney Berger joins us now for the play of the game. Sydney.
Yeah, guys, it was going to be a long shot for both of these teams to find themselves in the playoffs, but it would have been an even longer shot with the loss tonight. The Bengals and the Cowboys kept it close all night long, but thanks to this play, the Bengals get the win on the road. All right, score tied. The Bengals are punting on 4th down. Punt is blocked by Nick Vigil on the Cowboys special teams, but once he gets his hands on it, Cincinnati is able to get it back, and the refs rule that it's the Bengals' ball. They get a fresh set of downs inside the final 2 minutes, and it's really just an unlucky break for the Cowboys because Jamar Chase gets the touchdown for the Bengals to seal the deal for a wild last few minutes. Cincinnati gets the win. The final score, 27-20. Well, the transfer portal has officially opened today, and college football players from all around the country are jumping ship and testing the waters. For the Cougs, the most recent guys testing those waters include punter Nick Haber and defensive lineman Ansel Dimbu. According to On3 Sports, there are 14 Cougs in the transfer portal as of late Monday afternoon. Many have seen little to no action at WSU, but running back Wayshawn Parker and cornerback Ethan O'Connor are also big losses that have announced they were entering the transfer portal earlier last week. But of course, everyone is waiting on an answer from quarterback John Mateer, who has yet to announce if he is staying or going. The good news is Coach Jake Dickert says Mateer has been practicing with the team ahead of the Holiday Bowl, where Washington State will face Syracuse December 27th in San Diego. Derek?
All right, Sydney, thank you. Well, North Idaho's population is expected to explode over the next 20 years. One study suggests the population of Kootenai County could double by 2045.
The state says our current highway system can't handle that large amount of drivers, and that's why it has plans to improve infrastructure in the Rathdrum Prairie area. One plan is expanding Highway 95 between I-90 and Highway 53. Hunter Bertram shows us some of the issues that already exist.
Kootenai County's roads are busy, so much so the state's been trying to figure out a way to make that change. A study started 2 years ago, now in its second phase.
The phase this study is at now is the alternative suggestion phase. They've identified 13 different ways to mitigate congestion in the Rathdrum Prairie.
3 big proposals of those 13 include expanding State Highway 53 from state line to Highway 95. Another proposal suggests expanding Highway 95 from I-90 to Highway 53. The final one that will catch your eye, a proposed added express lane in both directions on Highway 95 from I-90 to Highway 53. Even if some of these proposals sound appealing to you, we are still far from making a decision, as the state is considering the needs of the community now, but also in 20 years. The Kootenai Metropolitan Planning Organization is predicting that the population could nearly double, reaching around 320,000 people and all their cars. But the main goal for this study and these proposals, and the proposal that will become a reality, is to overall enhance traffic flow in the area between I-90, U.S. Highway 95, Idaho Highway 53, and the border with Washington. That's Rathdrum, Hayden, North Coeur d'Alene, Post Falls, and many other towns you at home live in. And right now, in all those communities, people told me today it's not always the easiest to get around the Rathdrum Prairie.
I also spoke with many businesses along Highway 95 in both Hayden and Coeur d'Alene, and they expressed to me that congestion already is driving customers away. However, they recognize the growth is good. They want the highways and the roads to be able to handle that. In Coeur d'Alene, I'm Hunter Bertram for News Now.
Well, what if the most powerful high school class was like Fight Club, something you're not supposed to talk about? At Ferris High School, a unique program is making waves now. Not with fists, but by breaking down emotional walls.
Every kid deserves access to this, and this should be something we are putting into our curriculums, and we have found a way to do that.
I do want to speak frankly that we've been told that this class has saved lives.
But
this extraordinary program is making a positive impact on students' lives. So should this kind of program be a part of your child's school? 4 News Now's Robin Nance will take you inside in a special report you can watch tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest, starting at 5 a.m.
Well, still ahead, a moose called Blink 182 spotted on Spokane South Hill.
Why people in the area say it's all the small things that make this visit so memorable.
Plus, scammers are finding creative ways to steal your money this holiday season. The signs to look out for so you don't become the next victim.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
When it matters most, America turns to David Muir and ABC's World News Tonight.
Northwest winters can be rough. Make sure your tires are up for the challenge.
Perfection Tire has you covered with top brands, price match guarantees, and the best warranties.
Be ready for whatever winter throws your way. Nobody beats perfection.
Canopy Village is working to combat homelessness in North Idaho by providing safe, temporary housing and services to those in need. Their goal is to help families transition from crisis to stability.
We believe everyone deserves a place to call home. Canopy Village is here to not only provide shelter, but also to offer hope and guidance towards a path of a brighter future.
Numerica Credit Union is honored to donate $1,000 to Canopy Village. This is how Numerica cares for kids.
Sometimes life is a funny way of turning sideways, like when your kid decides they're a professional stylist the morning of picture day, or when your to-do list isn't quite done.
You went to Rite Aid, right?
Or when you're sure you packed everything you need, but you actually need one more thing.
We forgot our prescriptions.
We
got you. Are we happy?
We are happy. Find everything you need?
Yep. Yeah, life never really goes the way you plan, but that's why we're here. It means more at Rite Aid.
It's here once again. An adventure in Coeur d'Alene with family and friends. Trees will light up, snow will fall, while you're dining, shopping, and having a ball. Santa and STCU hit elves in secret spots, so keep an eye out and you could win lots. If you find our elf on a shelf while in downtown Coeur d'Alene, a Fig Pickles shopping spree, Gonzaga tickets, or gift cards you could gain. Explore cdadowntown.com if you want to learn more.
The beloved TV classic soars off the screen and onto the stage this season. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the musical. See all your favorite characters from this TV classic come to life live on stage. This gleeful musical take on a holiday favorite will go down in history as a smashing hit. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the musical.
December 10th and 11th at First Interstate Center for the Arts. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Freezing temperatures can take a toll on your vehicle.
At Perfection Tire, you can trust our...
With the holidays, many of us are online shopping more than ever, but shopping online opens the door for potential scams.
One of those scams is text messages pretending to be the United States Postal Service. Madeline Mullins explains what you should do if you get one of these texts.
Texts like these seem to be more and more common.
Like, hey, your package is held up, at customs or at the post office or anything like that.
But be careful, because these texts are scams.
The Postal Service itself doesn't just send out random notifications to people.
The United States Postal Service wants people to know that they will never contact you via a text. So if you get one like this, just ignore it.
We tell you, delete them. Don't click on any links.
John Wiegand, Postal Inspector for USPS, says if the post office needs to get in contact with you, it will send you a note in the mail.
They're going to drop something like that off to your house to say, hey, come by the post office. There's, an issue with the package, or we need to verify something for you to be able to drop that off.
Wiegand says that with online shopping ramping up for the holidays, consumers should be extra wary of scams.
More scams than I can count and more scams than I can, have the time in my life to talk about.
And these scams can come in all different forms.
Some of them are going to ask you to, want you to call in. Some are going to ask you to want to fill out forms. But sometimes it can be just as much as clicking on that link in an email. And that initiates, say a Trojan horse on your laptop or your computer or something like that. So never, ever click on any of those links.
Wiegand says the best way to keep you and your family safe.
Never, ever, ever give out any personal information unless you 100% know exactly who you're giving that information to.
And if you can't tell if a message from USPS is real or fake, the best thing to do is go to the post office and ask. In Spokane, I'm Madeline Mullins, 4 News Now.
Well, 'tis a season of shopping, and for many, the packages are piling up outside their door. That increases the chances of a Grinch walking up and stealing your stuff. In the last year, porch pirates have stolen at least 58 million packages, totaling about $12 billion, according to security.org. But experts say there are things you can do to prevent this from happening, and that includes getting a security system.
They can act as a visible deterrent, and with the power of AI, actually alert you the moment a package is delivered.
Experts suggest putting a security camera where you'll be able to see someone's face clearly. If you do see someone stealing packages, experts advise against confronting them. Instead, they say you should just call the police.
Good weather for getting those holiday errands done. In the short term, we have some changes coming as we go on with the week. 32 our high today, 28 the morning low, only a 5-degree separation. Look at that sunset time, 3:58. That's as early as it gets. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
We're not brother and sister.
We're not husband and wife.
She's not my daughter.
He's not just arm candy.
Hey.
What we are, we're advocates.
And so if you've been injured, we fight for you.
You deserve more than just a law firm.
You deserve an advocate.
It's jaw-dropping, it's eye-popping, it's gut-busting, it's showtime. That's right, the whole world loves Beetlejuice. It's a rowdy, rambunctious, rollicking good time, and a big, fantastical funhouse. Beautiful. Everyone agrees this show is so good. You've never seen anything quite like. What else do you need to hear? Beetlejuice, coming to First Interstate Center for the Arts December 31st through January 5th.
Stay ahead of your moderate to severe eczema and show off clearer skin and less itch with Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists that helps heal your skin from within. Severe allergic reactions can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain, vision changes, or blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma or other medicines without talking to your doctor. Ask your doctor about Dupixent.
Bathfitter does showers? That's right. We offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers in all shapes and sizes. We can even convert your bath into a shower. How about that? With our seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you'll get a beautiful new shower to fit your needs, guaranteed for life. Bathfitter's been around for 40 years, and we've been experts at showers for just as long. Get yours today. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Ring in the holiday season with some reindeer riches at the Kootenai Casino in Bonners Ferry. Santa's got you on his list for 12 days of giveaways and a New Year's Eve countdown to cash. Midweek rates start at $59 in the Kootenai Falls Lodge and $79 in our Riverview rooms. And join us for December Holly Jolly Hot Spins and Weekend Spin and Win. Come celebrate all December at the Kootenai Casino and win big. Call 888-YOU-ARE-LUCKY or visit KootenaiRiverIn.com.
Donnie, the advocates excel in car, truck, and motorcycle cases, resulting in millions of dollars for our clients.
That makes me sad.
Sad? Why sad?
Just thinking about the ones that don't bring their cases to us.
Oh, that is sad.
4 News Now is brought to you by Car Wash Plaza.
Welcome back. Nearly 50,000 books and rentals have returned to the shelves at the Post Falls Library.
The library had its grand reopening today after it suffered extensive water damage due to a broken pipe during January's cold snap. Marissa Rio shows us the community's response.
While libraries are typically quiet for the most part, the kids section is always loud with adventure. I don't know if you can hear it right now, but that breath of life has finally returned to the Post Falls Library. The Post Falls Library celebrated today's milestone with a ribbon-cutting ceremony, a highly anticipated event for many. It was nearly a year ago that this happened. A pipe burst due to January's deep freeze and forced the library to close.
It's very emotional to have to be deleting items because they're toxic, because they're moldy.
A few thousand books were lost and much of the library was destroyed.
Once the construction was arranged, then my staff was able to set up a little mini library in the part of the building that wasn't damaged.
Confined to a small space, so much was still missing for months. but all of that was restored today.
Seeing people, seeing more people, seeing the excitement of the kids and the life in the building.
Insurance took care of the nearly $1 million it cost to renovate the library, and the community was glad to be back. People browsed the 50,000 item collection, and the kids section was vibrant with curiosity again.
I think I'm most excited because there's new toys.
Camden and his mom used to come to the library often and couldn't wait to return.
Well, we're a homeschooling family, and so we get a lot of our books and a lot of our kits from the library, so a lot of our resources come from here, and so we've been having to travel to the other libraries while it's been closed. So coming here is just, it's educational, it's fun, we love the toys, we love all of it.
As the celebration ended and as people checked out, they rung in the library's new chapter. In Post Falls, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
Well, it's been cold and gray for most of us.
Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker has a little hint, though, that things are changing. We will find out when. Here she is, Chris.
Might not be the change that some people are looking for, but we do have some changes on the way. Right now, it is still cloudy in Spokane, 32 degrees, 28. We've dropped a few degrees in Coeur d'Alene. Skies have cleared. That will be brief. The low clouds and patchy fog will be back very shortly as high pressure remains in control. Let's track our weather pattern. Starting off at the current time, high pressure will dominate for Tuesday and Wednesday. However, late in the day Wednesday, we start to see that ridge of high pressure breaking down. Here's Wednesday at 7 o'clock, and we see that first system moving in, bringing in some wet weather for Thursday morning. Here's Thursday at 8 a.m. with the chance of some light snow to start the day. Now, we'll be dialing in exactly how much and the timing on it as it gets closer to time, but might just want to put it in the back of your head that Thursday morning's commute could be a little bit tricky. I don't think it's going to amount to much, but just enough to cause some headaches on the road. Possibility of some snow showers on Friday, mainly over the mountains, and then the system comes in for Saturday. And this system, here's Friday at 9 a.m. This system will move in on Saturday, bringing a mix of rain and snow. Right now, it doesn't look like there'll be any accumulating snow, more of a mix, perhaps accumulating briefly. We have a 60% chance of measurable precipitation on Saturday, only 30 Friday, 40 on Thursday. But for the next couple of days, we are staying dry with the low clouds and fog and gray skies. Tuesday morning's lows will be down in the 20s around the region, 30 in Lewiston, 14 in Winthrop, a couple of exceptions, that 29 in Coeur d'Alene, warmer than the current temperature, but as the low clouds and fog develop, that temperature will likely increase. Tuesday's highs will be in the 30s in most locations, making up into the 40s in Lewiston. You'll notice where we have thicker fog, Spokane, Ritzville, Moses Lake, that's where we're seeing the cooler weather, 34 in the Tri-Cities. Your planning forecast, dry for the next couple of days, and then we bring in that chance of snow on Thursday. Chance of light snow on Friday. Again, I don't think any snow that we get on either of those days is going to amount to much, but may cause some hazards on the roads briefly. Then it is a rain-snow mix Saturday and Sunday as our temperatures warm up into the mid to upper 30s, 35 on Monday, but overnight lows through the forecast will be down below freezing. So we are going to be dealing with slick roads at times, off and on, every day through the forecast, Eric.
All right, we'll try to be ready for him. Still ahead, the story of Blink 182, but not the one you're thinking of. See the Moose making an impact on the South Hill coming up.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
The holiday heroes are ready to make your holiday dinner better than ever. This year, make your holiday feast as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1. Visit eatgoodgroup.com, heat and eat. 2. Select your meal. 3. Pick up your feast and heat and eat. Order online at eatgoodgroup.com.
This is important information from AARP and BECU. November is National Family Caregivers Month, a month to showcase the important work that more than 820,000 Washingtonians do every day to take care of our loved ones at home where they want to be. You may not think of yourself as a caregiver, but if you're helping someone with daily activities like getting dressed, managing medication, and providing transportation to and from appointments, then you are a caregiver, and help is available. Find tools and tips at this website.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Get 0% APR on select 2024 Sierra 1500 models. That's over $6,400 total value, plus no monthly payments until next year. See your local GMC dealer.
Looking for a new appliance but don't want to wait weeks for delivery? At Fred's Appliance, our Get It Today inventory makes sure you don't have to. Thanks to our fully stocked warehouses, we have a vast selection of appliances ready for you right now. From refrigerators to washing machines, ovens to dryers, you name it, we have it ready to go. No more waiting, no more delays. Just the appliance you need when you need it. Fred's Appliance. If we advertise it, we've got it. Visit any of our showrooms and get your new appliance today.
The doctor will see you now. But do they really? Do they see that crick in your neck? That ache in your heart? Will they see that funny little thing that wasn't there last year? The new bounce in your step? The way your retinal scan connects to your blood sugar? At Kaiser Permanente, all of us work together to care for all that is you.
Looking for the perfect gift this holiday season? Give an Eat Good Group gift card. Not only will your loved ones enjoy an unforgettable dining experience, but you'll also get a $25 bonus when you purchase $75 in gift cards. Don't wait. Visit us today and make their holidays delicious. Visit eatgoodgroup.com.
4 News Now is brought to you by Horizon Credit Union, proud sponsor of the Extreme Team.
And around the world tonight, rebels have seized control of the palace belonging to Syrian President Bashar al-Assad.
The dictator is now in Russia, granted asylum by President Vladimir Putin. ABC's Karen Travers explains why the White House is celebrating the fall of Assad's regime.
After more than 50 years in power, the oppressive Assad regime deposed in just 11 days, overthrown by rebel fighters.
Assad was the author of the killing of hundreds of thousands of people, the oppression of religious and ethnic minorities as well. And so, from our perspective, it is good that he is gone.
The leader of the rebels who brought down Bashar al-Assad is a former al-Qaeda member who turned against the terror group and is promising a turning point for the region. The rebels took over state television, declaring the city of Damascus liberated. Inside the presidential palace they seized a display of Assad's massive wealth, a wide array of luxury goods. Citizens ransacking the building, carrying out furniture, taking selfies, and firing guns into the air. Russia has confirmed that Assad is in Moscow, where a Kremlin spokesman says he and his family were granted political asylum. President Biden describing the situation as a fundamental act of justice, but also acknowledging the uncertainty of the situation.
It's a moment of historic opportunity for the long-suffering people of Syria to build a better future for their proud country.
Meanwhile, there's now renewed hope for the family of Austin Tice, the American journalist kidnapped in Syria in 2012 and believed to have been held by the Assad regime.
So maybe this is the moment that will lead to his release, and I know that we are actively hoping and praying for that.
The Biden administration is providing an incentive to get Austin Tice back on American soil, offering a reward to anyone who can provide information. Karen Travers, ABC News, the White House.
Well, despite rebounding strongly from an October jobs report heavily impacted by natural disasters and workers on the picket line, some economists say there's evidence the job market is softening. Daniel Zhao with Glassdoor says overall employers are trying to get more done with less.
That means they're putting a lot of pressure on managers, on workers to try to get more done, and whether that means return to office, whether that means just raising the bar on some of their targets.
But this is leaving some employees feeling unfulfilled.
A lot of workers feel very hesitant to leave a job in order to try to find something better in the market right now. And unfortunately, that is creating a situation where many workers feel stuck in their careers right now.
The November unemployment rate also ticked up to 4.2% from 4.1%, marking the first time since 2021 it's been above 4% for 6 consecutive months.
Well, still ahead, inmates are no longer being held at the Adams County Jail. We'll explain why and where they are currently being moved.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Well, hello, Mr. Kringle. I suppose you're wondering why I'm here.
It's your house?
Fair enough. Still, I thought we had an understanding. I would be a good boy, and you would bring me a Cadillac Escalade.
Those are $131,000.
Tell me those are the keys.
It's a pair of socks.
Santy, Santy, Santy.
There's a better way to score an Escalade. Play daily, only at Northern Quest.
Toyotathon is on. Now's the time to get an exciting new Toyota, like Camry.
Wait, what?
RAV4 Hybrid.
Cool.
Tundra, and more.
Whoa.
How'd you do that? Toyotathon magic.
Right now, during Toyotathon, you can lease a tough new 2024 Tundra for just $419 per month.
'Tis the season for Toyotathon.
Toyota, let's go places.
4 News Now and BECU are teaming up to welcome in some holiday spirit. Send us a picture of your pet decked out for the holidays, and you could win a $75 gift card to a local pet store, courtesy of BECU. For details, go to kxly.com/holidaypets.
For memories you can't make online. Experience the magic of the holidays at River Park Square.
Hadestown, returning to Spokane December 21st and 22nd. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
All right, welcome back. The Adams County Jail is dealing with staffing and safety issues, and it's hoping funding from the county will help solve those problems. Because of those shortages and safety concerns, not a single person is being held at the county jail in Ritzville.
So that means correctional officers have to transport them to neighboring counties. Derek Strom spoke with corrections staff about the challenges they're facing.
The corrections staff here at the Adams County Jail is currently missing about 2 funded positions, but they're hoping to add up to 9 positions. They're hoping county commissioners here will give them the funding they need to make that happen. For now, the Adams County Jail isn't housing any inmates, and they're all transported back and forth between Adams County and Benton or Franklin County. It costs Adams County money to have their inmates housed there, and it takes a lot of overtime hours for officers to transport them. Jail Commander Kelly Watkins says a fight between a corrections officer and inmates 2 years ago made them reconsider safety protocols at the jail. He says that incident makes it more difficult for him to recruit new employees to work there.
By the time we get down there and get them before the judge and get all the paperwork and get them back down and our employees back here, there's a considerable amount of overtime that's involved.
Watkins says county commissioners are also considering making upgrades to the jail in addition to adding staff. He says the jail is having electrical and HVAC problems, and all the locks on the jail doors are manual, which could be a safety issue. Watkins hopes the jail will get funding to fix those issues, but he believes the county should build an entirely new facility to replace some of the outdated parts of the current jail. In Ritzville, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
All right, we're going to send it over to Chris Crocker, who is tracking more gray weather in your First Alert forecast.
Yes, I am, and the fog that has been an issue and will continue to be a problem on Thursday, but mainly west of the Spokane area. The West Plains, but especially the Columbia Basin and then up through parts of Deer Park and those areas. Here's a look at your Tuesday planner. 31 degrees to start the day. Tomorrow we'll hit a high temperature of 32. 35 is our average high. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast, but I'm also looking out 8 to 14 days for any sign of snow. That's coming up in just a few minutes.
Well, while a lot of children are keeping an eye out for reindeer this holiday season, a neighborhood on Spokane South Hill is celebrating the return of the well-known moose.
Yeah, Mary Sheridan visited a neighborhood on High Drive today to learn the story of the moose they're calling Blink.
This time of year, many houses on High Drive are decorated for the holidays, and sometimes these 3 reindeer are joined by a live companion.
It's just kind of fun. I mean, I don't remember ever seeing, a moose in Spokane growing up as a kid.
But now Ed Brouillet doesn't even need to leave his house for a moose sighting.
He really likes the rose bushes. He's on the front as well, and then he likes to go out into our vegetable garden.
Ed and his neighbors first saw the moose and his sister in their yards in 2022.
We've been watching this pair of moose the last couple of years, and they keep coming back, and it's kind of fun to see how the size of the moose has grown.
The moose has now been tagged by Washington Fish and Wildlife, which inspired a nickname among neighbors.
One of the neighbors said, no, call him Blink, because his tag is Blink 182, like the band. So it kind of stuck.
Blink was tagged by Enforcement Sergeant Tony Leonetti in August. The moose had a vent stuck on its hoof and had to be rescued before he was released.
And his habitat where we got him at that's his home. That's best to release him there.
And the South Hill isn't a bad place to be a moose.
There's a lot of natural habitat, not a lot of natural food sources for them up here.
And Ed and his neighbors wouldn't have it any other way.
We just kind of centered around, and all the neighbors were kind of surprised, and it was just kind of fun to see that wildlife. The Spokane saying is near nature, near perfect. I mean, I think what we're starting to see is a lot more animals.
Ed says he's excited to see where Blink ends up next.
Maybe, who knows, maybe we'll track him and find him where else he goes on the South Hill.
Reporting on the South Hill, Mary Sheridan, 4 News Now.
Might be kind of scary to run into Blink, though, on those High Drive bluff trails. Well, with car prices at or near record levels and interest rates still high, buying any car, new or used, is a high-stakes financial decision. And this year, Consumer Reports is bringing you its top picks for road performance, comfort, reliability, owner satisfaction, and safety, testing more than 250 different models.
We live with these vehicles every single day. We take them home. We drive them on public roads. We put our families in them. We go to the grocery store. We use all of this data combined with our survey information to figure out who makes the best cars.
This year, Subaru is on top, followed by BMW, Lexus, Porsche, and Honda. But which one's got the lowest grades and why? You'll find the answer inside this story on KXLY.com. Well, for many people, getting your first bike is a treasured memory, and one local nonprofit is making sure kids in need get to have that moment this Christmas.
Yeah, the Lake City Bicycle Co-op refurbishes bikes throughout the year and then gives them to people in need. The co-op refurbishes about 500 bicycles every year, with 150 of them completed for Christmas presents. Volunteers put in hours of hard work to take donated bicycles and make them good as new, and this year the nonprofit needs your help to make sure that every kid can get the bike on their Christmas wish list.
When you see that there are families that don't have what feels like the basics of childhood, it just felt like it was time to do something.
And you can support the Lake City Co-op by donating old bicycles, volunteering to help fix them, or giving a cash donation. The organization's biggest time of need is right now, so the group can give every kid their Christmas wish.
Pretty great. All right, the Idaho Vandals are continuing their playoff run after their second round win this weekend.
Yeah, the Vandals got to continue their home winning streak, so they went undefeated this season, but now Idaho is going to go on the road and play one of the toughest teams and one of the toughest environments in FCS football. I'll tell you more about the matchup coming up after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Looking for the perfect gift this holiday season? Give an Eat Good Group gift card. Not only will your loved ones enjoy an unforgettable dining experience, but you'll also get a $25 bonus when you purchase $75 in gift cards. Don't wait. Visit us today and make their holidays delicious. Visit eatgoodgroup.com.
Bigger,
brighter, and better than ever. Check in on the new Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino. We've just completed a major expansion, adding more amenities to elevate your guest experience to new heights.
So, what are you waiting for?
The doctor will see you now. But do they really? Do they see all that you are? At Kaiser Permanente, all of us work together to care for all that is you. Kaiser Permanente.
When it comes to remodeling your bath, there's fact and there's fiction. Fiction. Some bath remodels just cover up water damage. Fact. Bathfitter inspects and cleans your current tub area, and we make any necessary repairs before installing our product for a watertight fit. Bathfitter installations are built to last, with a lifetime warranty to fit your expectations. Get the bath that fits you. Bathfitter. It just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Find the perfect gift for your wine lover during our 12 days of gifting.
A new special every day. Visit us in-store or online.
Come in to Lake Tuck Creek today. Sip, shop, and ship most anywhere in the USA. Cheers.
It's hard saying goodbye to your car, so AutoNation makes it easy to say hello to your next one. Shop over 25,000 used vehicles now at AutoNation.com. Plus, we'll buy your car for top dollar. Visit AutoNation.com today.
Feel the power of big win energy at Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino, where the winning never stops. Last month, our guests scored big with thrilling jackpots and exciting payouts. Are you ready to elevate your winning?
The holiday heroes are ready to make your holiday dinner better than ever. This year, make your holiday feast as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1. Visit eatgoodgroup.com, heat and eat. 2. Select your meal. 3. Pick up your feast and heat and eat. Order online at eatgoodgroup.com.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Salvation Army Spokane.
The Idaho Vandals are prepping for their next playoff matchup later this week.
Yeah, after beating Lehigh over the weekend, the 8-seeded Vandals will face their biggest test yet in the quarterfinals. Sydney Berger is back with us for what the Vandals have to do to get that W against Montana State.
Yeah, sadly, even head coach Jason Eck isn't trying to sugarcoat this one. Montana State is the best team in FCS football, and they haven't lost a game this season. Idaho faced the Bobcats earlier this season and lost 38-7, not scoring a touchdown until the fourth quarter. So Coach Eck says his team cannot make any mistakes, and they got to get points on the board a lot quicker.
We're excited to have another opportunity, but obviously it's going to be a great challenge. I think they are a great team. I really don't think they have any weaknesses. We're going to probably have to play the perfect game to pull this off, but our guys are being motivated. We want to play hard. We got embarrassed last time, and definitely want to have a better showing than last time out.
Coach Eck also talked about the bright sides of the matchup. They've seen this Montana State team and know the tough environment of their stadium, so the Vandals know to expect the best in the country. Idaho will play on Friday. Kickoff is at 5 o'clock in Bozeman. Gonzaga has fallen one spot in this week's AP poll after a heartbreaker of a loss in overtime last weekend. They fell by 1 point to now number 5 Kentucky after the Zags led by 18 in the beginning of the second half. It's on to the next for the Zags, though. The Bulldogs have a game with similar stakes this weekend. It's another ranked opponent in Yukon and on another big stage at Madison Square Garden. After playing in Climate Pledge Arena, Coach Mark Few said they're prepping for a similar feeling game.
Another great environment like this was. I mean, this did have a great, a feel like a Sweet 16 or even Elite 8 game. And, they're elite offensively with all the kind of layered stuff they do on offense. So we got our hands full, that's for sure.
Gonzaga faces the number 18 Yukon Huskies at 5 o'clock this Saturday. Well, the Heisman Trophy finalists have been announced for the season. The Heisman is given to the best college football player of the year. Running back Ashton Genty and dual threat Travis Hunter have been at the top of many people's lists all season long. It's expected to go to either of the two, but former Washington State quarterback Cameron Ward is also a finalist on this list just after one season at Miami. The 2024 Heisman winner will be announced at the award ceremony next Saturday. In studio, Sydney Berger, 4 News Now Sports.
You can probably imagine we are low on snow in the valleys. Here is the data from Spokane International Airport. Only a little over 2.5 inches of snow so far this season. We are really trailing year to date. Hopefully we'll eventually make up some of that ground, but I don't see much sign of snow in the 8 to 14 day outlook. I'll explain after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
The Advocates are a team of dedicated
personal injury lawyers who
are prepared to go to trial.
So getting the maximum recovery amount
is the reason we never back down.
So when you're injured,
call the Advocates.
Wow. It's like we finish
each other's sentences.
I know that it's hard being out on the streets, and I know that it's really, really hard when you're in active addiction. You want to get clean, you want to get sober. You're constantly in survival mode, and it's so hard to ask for help. But your kids need you. You need you. And you can't have your kids unless you get clean and sober and work on yourself, and they will thank you for that. Let people help you. Recovery is possible.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Get 0% APR on select 2024 Sierra 1500 models. That's over $6,400 total value, plus no monthly payments until next year. See your local GMC dealer.
Experience winter fun at Silver Mountain Resort. Discover some of the best terrain in the region, just 30 minutes east of Coeur d'Alene, right off I-90. Relax in a beautiful condo, just a short stroll from the gondola, dining, exciting water slides, and indoor surfing at the water park. Enjoy a gondola ride to our exhilarating snow tubing and your gateway to snow rider heaven. Create unforgettable family memories at Silver Mountain. Book today at silvermt.com.
Find the perfect gift for your wine lover during our 12 days of gifting.
A new special every day. Visit us in-store or online.
Come in to Lake Creek today. Sip, shop, and ship most anywhere in the USA. Cheers.
Hi, I'm Ken, and I'm a lawyer.
I'm Donnie, and I'm not, but I am an advocate.
So am I.
I'm an advocate.
I'm an advocate.
I'm an advocate.
Seriously injured? You deserve justice. You deserve an advocate.
That's us.
All of us.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Good Feet Store.
Here's what people are clicking on most on KXLY.com. Many are gearing up to head to River Park Square to check out the Bazaar Winter Market going on this Saturday. It features 70 booths featuring home goods, jewelry, all the gifts you need for your friends and family. There will also be live music and family-friendly activities. All the fun kicks off at 10 o'clock. For more information, head on over to KXLY.com. We like that market.
For sure. It doesn't look like you'll have to worry about too much snow or anything like that, but just, you know, a lot of the same old, cold and cloudy.
Yes, and this weekend will be a good one to be in the mall shopping because it is going to be wet, even though it may not be snow. Let's take a look at our high temperatures today. We only got up to 32 in Spokane, 34 degrees in Coeur d'Alene. It was 44 in Lewiston, 27 degrees today in Colville. But here's our temperature trend over the next 7 days. The white line is our average high. We're going to be down in the lower to mid 30s for the next 3 to 4 days. And then by the weekend, where we bring in the wet weather, up close to 40 degrees on Saturday, 37 Sunday, and we start cooling back down closer to average by Monday of next week. But that is not necessarily the trend. Looking out 8 to 14 days, and this takes us all the way to December 23rd. We are in this dark orange, indicating a very strong signal of above average temperatures for those critical days leading up until Christmas, and a chance of above average precipitation. So hopefully that will translate into mountain snow and smooth sailing for travel down in the valleys, but we'll be keeping a close eye on the mountain passes as we get closer and closer to Christmas time. Meanwhile, here's our forecast radar, and I'm starting this off basically 48 hours from now because it's just going to be low clouds and fog and occasional drizzle coming out of the fog. Until then, Wednesday, 9 o'clock, we're going to see a system come in for Thursday morning, and it is going to start off as snow. Here's 8 o'clock in the morning, but may translate either into a rain-snow mix or non-accumulating snow as the day goes on. 6 o'clock Thursday, still a chance of wet weather with mountain snow and, well, snow in the valleys of North Idaho by Thursday evening. On Friday, hit and miss snow showers, but most of the snow will be over the panhandle of Idaho, and accumulations will be very light. And that will also be the case for the weekend, even though we do have a good chance of precipitation both Saturday and Sunday, with high temperatures up in the mid to upper 30s right now. It looks like any snow that we do accumulate in the early mornings will be turned into a slushy mess and eventually just rain as the day goes on. Our overnight lows through the 7-day forecast are going to be below freezing, so we'll run into some times where there are some tricky spots on the road, particularly Wednesday night into Thursday morning. We will give you a more detailed forecast as we get closer to time. In the meantime, I encourage you, as always, to download the 4 News Now First Alert weather app, and if you already have it on your phone, update it. I've done that recently, and the new version has so many great new features, including you can navigate and stop the forecast radar much more easily to see exactly when it is going to start raining or snowing, or when it's going to stop raining or snowing where you live. Use it all the time. Figure out when to walk the dog, Kirsten.
It's great to have. You're so right. Thank you, Chris. Hey, the holiday season is a popular time to host family and friends.
But higher prices due to inflation can make it expensive. ABC's Allison Kosick is here with some valuable tips to make the season memorable without breaking the bank.
It's a wonderful time of year to get together with loved ones. But if you're hosting for the holidays, putting together those charcuterie boards and cooking up all those delicious dishes can leave your bank account dry and bland. Shopping expert Trey Bodge says you don't have to overspend to throw a great party. She says going generic at the grocery store can help you save.
Store brands are often made in the same factories as the name brand. Just make sure that you're comparing the ingredient list and make sure it's identical.
So can planning your menu around good deals.
So, for example, if chicken's on sale but pork is not, maybe you make a chicken dish instead.
Prepared foods may seem like a good time saver, but may cost you more.
So if something is chopped, pre-prepared, you're paying for that labor. And so it might be worth, grabbing your teenager and having them help you, or another family member, rather than paying extra for that pre-chopped food.
You can also unlock exclusive offers using retailer apps and loyalty rewards programs.
There is an external app that I really like called Flash Food. They partner with grocery stores around the country to help them move through merchandise that's perhaps nearing its best by date or it's in surplus, and you can save up to 50%.
Save even more by having a potluck.
People love to participate and bring their special mac and cheese or their famous cookies, and that lightens the burden for you significantly.
Or scheduling your party between lunch and dinner.
Have it sort of in the late afternoon, and that way you can just serve snacks and you don't have to feed everyone.
Bodge adds that setting an end time can also reduce costs.
Because the longer people stay, the more expensive your gathering is.
Finally, consider setting limits when it comes to gifts.
Reach out to your people and just say, hey, why don't we do a white elephant this year? Or why don't we set a spending cap? Or with family, you can say, let's just buy for the kids and the elders this year, or draw names.
Allison Kosick, ABC News, New York.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Sometimes the small gifts in a small box make the biggest impact, like stackables. This Christmas, let a stackable from Tracy Jewelers remind her of how much she's loved. Small ring, big thank you. Stackables, mark your moment. Tracy Jewelers.
Sam, since this is your first Get Holiday Ready sales event, let me introduce you to the full lineup of Ford SUVs. Keep it festive, Morgan.
How fun!
That's Blake and Bailey. They're our Bronco experts.
Goat Modes goes over any type of terrain.
And of course, Ford F-Series, best-selling trucks for 47 years. The Get Holiday Ready sales event.
Chills.
Get 1.9% APR for 60 months, plus no payments for up to 90 days and $1,000 bonus cash on a new F-150.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white.
Stay ahead of your moderate to severe eczema and show off clearer skin and less itch with Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists that helps heal your skin from within. Severe allergic reactions can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain, vision changes, or blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma or other medicines without talking to your doctor. Ask your doctor about Dupixent.
Toyotathon is on. Shake up the holidays with an exciting new Toyota. Take an all-wheel drive Camry to go ice skating. Visit Grandma in a Highlander. Grandma! You got it. Or bring home a tree in a Tacoma. Are we in a snow globe?
Right now, during Toyotathon, you can lease a rugged new 2024 Tacoma for just $259 per month.
'Tis the season for Toyotathon.
Toyota, let's go places.
Sometimes the small gifts in a small box make the biggest impact, like stackables. This Christmas, let a stackable from Tracy Jewelers remind her of how much she's loved. Small ring, big thank you. Stackables, mark your moment. Tracy Jewelers.
There's some snow on Thursday and Friday, but I still don't think it's going to amount to much. I'm not even sure that you'll need to shovel as it melts during the day. My snowblower is still getting geared up at the shop, so I hope that we don't, but I will let you know if that changes. Of course, we're monitoring that very closely.
The first time or two you use a snowblower, it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
And then after that,
it's a novelty.
then it starts to get old again.
Oh, yeah.
I'm done with this.
I always take a video the first time, right? And you show it off to your friends in California, Sydney.
I have never touched a snowblower.
Ooh, come on over.
We need some chores, some winter chores.
You missed out on all the raking, so we can make up for it with snow blowing.
Rake or blow snow, so.
You'll be the one in the video this year. I've got a plan.
All right, thanks so much for being with us for this special edition of 4 News Now. We'll be back at 11 o'clock for 4 News Now Nightside. Hope to see you then.